All right, first and foremost, wanted to thank everybody for hopping on this webinar this morning with us. My name is Brady Pelzer. I'm an annuity sales director here at IAMS. Also have Andre Thompson, regional sales director with SILAC on the call as well. And with that said, we're going to jump into it. Before we jump into the SILAC product portfolio, we're going to go over some ways IAMS can benefit you and your business. First way we can benefit your business is through our new producer builders program. As you can see in the template here, the entry level qualification for extra rewards on top of your commissions and natural marketing reimbursement dollars you rack up working with us here at IAMS is $100,000. Top qualification, $1 million. You can see some of those incentives and further marketing reimbursement opportunities involved with hitting those criterions, those certain qualifications in your first 6 months of production. Just a nice extra thank you from us to you for producing under IAMS. We also have our IAMS Business Builders. It's the way we've been running our business since the 80s. If you are kind enough to refer another producer to us here at IAMS, we'll give you a $50 one-time bonus upfront for such as a thank you again, if you are kind enough to do so. And any business written by that producer throughout their relationship with us here at IAMS, we're also going to pay you on that. You can see the breakdown there. Life target 15 basis points, indexed annuities 20 basis points, and onward. These checks get sent out quarterly, and again, just a nice way of us to thank you for being kind enough to refer another producer to us here at IAMS. Certainly always looking to benefit back to you any way we can. Another thing we like to hang our hat on here at IAMS would be our back office support. So as you know, service and support, if not number one, certainly number two right there with marketing in the industry. Effectively any case that you submit with us here through IAMS, we're going to quarterback it. So we don't just leave it out to dry with the carrier. As soon as we get notified of any outstanding requirements, we're the first to know. We certainly reach out, let you know as the second to know, and get anything remedied as time effectively as possible. As you know, every case is subject to change. We never want to leave the client with any doubt with the financial decision that they are making. So certainly want to be as time effective and efficient as possible on that front. Another great thing we offer here at IAMS is our Firelight eApp system. Some benefits to our Firelight eApp system would be the processing time to the carrier. So this is getting sent direct to the carrier. That expedites the suitability review by 3 to 4 business days, just gets it in their hands quicker than your traditional paper application. And highly encourage, if you are presently a contracted agent with us here at IAMS, go ahead, take a peek at that. As well as if you are interested in getting onboarded with IAMS, feel free to reach out to myself, any other sales director on the floor. Would love to talk to you a little bit more about Firelight, as well as the other resources we're able to provide you and your business. Right here's a nice list of carriers we presently have booted up in our eApp system, our Firelight system, and namely the last name on the annuity list, SILAC. So that's what we call synergy. We're going to go over SILAC a little bit later if you're interested in getting booted up. Firelight, great solution to get any business pumped through the door through that specific carrier. Again, as mentioned earlier, the two most important things with us here at IAMS would be our service and our marketing. We have a creative marketing department that is dedicated entirely to you, the agent in the field. What that means is we'll discuss your marketing plan with you. We individualize every marketing plan for each agent advisor that we work with. This could be as simple as turnkey solutions, getting professionally written letterheads as well as brochures. Points of contact is really what we're after here. Agency solutions. So that's a little bit more on the creative side, designing a logo on your behalf, business cards, again, brochures, and then digital solutions. The shift in the world, as we all know, is more tech, and the bigger tech imprint you can have on your business will only benefit your business both in the short and long run. That includes the development of a personal website as well as digital marketing solutions. Really, there would be the social media consulting. So we'll go as far as quarterbacking your social media pages for your business, but we're also there for collaboration. If you have any ideas you'd like to bounce off anybody, our sales directors are all qualified to discuss social media marketing with you, as well as our creative marketing department in itself. Furthermore, I highly encourage you to take a peek at our IAMS website. We have excellent sales tools, term quoters, and industry links. Two specific tabs that I always like to point out would be in our support tab. One would be our IAMS resources library. In there, there's great collateral, white papers, those one-page flyers, anything in there as an agent contracted with IAMS, you can utilize those in your own personal marketing campaigns. Our creative marketing department has the capability of personalizing, customizing anything in our sales resources library to fit your business, put your logo on there, and give you the capability to run it as your own personal campaign. The other tab I would highly encourage anybody on this call to go ahead and take a peek at would be our IAMS Creative Department tab. That'll give you a real clear rundown as to the resources, the capabilities of our IAMS Creative Department, and really give you an insight as to how we may benefit your business on the marketing side of things. Furthermore, we also have our IAMS Wealth Management Division. So on top of life and annuity, which are the core focuses of our business, we also have a wealth management division and registered investment advisory. The neat thing about our wealth management division is if you are not securities licensed yet, but have intentions of doing so or have given it a thought, please feel free to give us a call. We will help you obtain your Series 65 licensing. Again, we will invest in you, the agent, the producer, to build your business the way you see fit. And with that said, anybody who is interested in hearing a little bit more about our IAMS Wealth Management, please feel free to notify such. Can certainly get some information out to you, get you some direct contact information to go ahead and have a conversation with Duncan, Charles, Michael, anybody over there on that side. Leave this open for 5 more seconds. Perfect. Thank you very much for anybody that voted there. We'll certainly get information off to those that did indicate yes. Another great thing we do for agents and advisors here at IAMS is our all expenses paid life and annuity academies. We have one coming up here in the Omaha office on September 14th through the 16th. And as you can see, with each of our life and annuity academies, big thing is it's all expenses paid. If we want you out here, we'll go ahead, pay for your travel, pay for your lodging, as well as the benefits of attending these academies are illustrated here, illuminated here. Sales ideas and strategies from 4 top producers, hearing from their mouth what's working for them and their business, how they got their business to the level in which they are producing at, as well as index annuities unraveled. It's not a lot of product-based conversation material. We're really going more into those sales concepts, getting to the meat of it, as well as you can see, industry's best income writers, so on and so forth. Really encourage, if you are interested in attending one of these academies, to reach out, ask your sales director, ask any sales director about the benefits of such. We can certainly give you a rundown pertaining to it. And if you are interested in our IMS Life and Annuity Academies, please indicate yes. We'll definitely get some information out your way. All right. Thank you, everybody who voted. We will certainly get information out to those that did indicate yes. Another neat thing we have here at IMS is we're going to, again, a nice thank you is if you meet the certain qualification from a production standpoint, in October, the first week of October, the 2nd through the 6th, we are sending those agents, advisors that meet the qualification limits to the Greenbrier in South Carolina. Just a nice little kickback for all the hard work you do. Go ahead, take a few days off, enjoy the company of other top producers in the industry. Great think tank opportunity, bounce ideas off one another, and overall just a great opportunity to kick back, relax, enjoy the fruits of your hard work here at the Greenbrier. So that is here in 2022. Wanted to show this as an example of what we're doing in 2022. The qualification period has lapsed. However, we do have another trip planned in 2023 in Utah, a nice resort and spa. So with this one closing, we do have another opportunity to qualify for another trip in 2023. Please feel free to reach out if you'd like to hear a little more about that. And with that said, going to go ahead, pass this over to my friend Andre, and he'll go ahead and dive into SILAC and their great products.
Okay, Can you see my screen?
Sure can.
Excellent. Well, Brady, thank you again for this opportunity to get in front of the producers that work with IMS. I am Andre Thompson, Regional Director of SILAC. I support agents throughout the country along with my partners, Tim Svoboda and Daniel Trudeau. If you never worked with us before, this is going to be on our most recent fixed indexed annuity that we introduced to the market the end of last year. It's called our Vega, as you can see here on the screen. For those of you that have worked with us and sold our Teton and Denali, again, this is another feature just kind of going over the product specifics of what Vega entails and some opportunities that we will be presenting to agents across the country by doing business with SILAC. So with that being said, I will get started. Vega is a star in the constellation, so that's why we talk about a galaxy of retirement opportunities. And what I'll quickly go through is some of the things that our design and development team were whiteboarding as far as what they wanted to do to get into another space within the market. In this case, the benefit market space, projected benefit market space. And as you can see here, like all of our products, we want them to be strong, meaningful, and have some flexibility and electable benefits, because obviously we all want some optionality. And we don't want to do this at the expense of having poor account growth. And then we also don't want to have a product just to put it out there to say we have something and not have it win in some particular space in the market. And then can we do all of those things without adding a fee to our particular portfolio? Again, if you've never worked with us before, all of our fixed index annuities do not have any fees tied to them. So that's one of the things that we wanted to maintain. And then finally, can we do something that is unique to SILAC that would draw clients and agents to our particular product? So long story short, we were able to achieve all these particular options. And as I go through this particular presentation, you will see what I'm talking about here. The foundation of SILAC when we started getting into the fixed indexed annuity space, and that is just as recent as 4 years ago, is to have our products be clean and simple. And what do we mean by that? Is basically something that not only the agents can understand, but clients can understand, because as you know, this is one financial tool, and we want to make sure everyone is comfortable with not only selling our product, but understanding what they're purchasing. And then also with all of our products, we wanted to be laser focused on a particular silo. And in this one, it is benefit accumulation. And you'll see what I'm talking about as we go further in this presentation. And then also has some flexibility and having consistency not only on the service side, but the performance of our contracts. So now we're going to just quickly dive into product design, and all of you, I'm sure, are aware that account value, that is not changed in regards to this particular Vega product, premium plus interest credits. Now, what is that tied to? Now, we have that to our lump sum death benefit, health riders, if for whatever reason the client was terminal or needed to have home health care. It is RMD friendly. With all our contracts, we have 5% free withdrawals. We also have our surrender cash value tied to it. And as again, I said, 5% free withdrawals, and it is RMD friendly year one. So no different than our other products in our portfolio. However, the main focus of this contract is, again, the benefit value space. And as you can see here, that's going to be tied to the premium plus the benefit bonus or non-bonus if you choose to have that particular product. And then the multipliers that we are going to tie to the interest credits that are due in the performance of the contract. And so breaking this down, you have these particular options all tied to the benefit value. Wellness withdrawals if the client can't do 2 out of 6 activities a day of living. We have this enhanced death benefit that you'll see in future slides of what I'm talking about there. It's a great wealth transfer play. And then we also have something new to the market, and that's what we talked about, a SILAC twist here, is accelerated withdrawals. And this particular feature, I'm only aware of us having at this particular time, and it provides more flexibility for your clients as far as purchasing and what they decide they want to do with this contract at the time of retirement. And then level lifetime withdrawals, all you familiar with that, and then increasing lifetime withdrawals. That is all tied to the benefit value of this contract. So now we're just going to go into addition what the account value is tied to in our crediting strategies. We have 11 different crediting strategies, one being the fixed rate, and then the 10 index strategies behind it. All of our contracts are 1-year strategies. So if you purchase something today, 12 months later, that is be the anniversary date. So that's great. A lot of agents and clients provide us positive feedback that they like that particular option with us because all of our contracts are 1-year crediting strategies. We have the S&P 500, and we also have our proprietary volatility indexes, the Barclays and the Credit Suisse Raven Pack. And then in regards to our participation rates, right now, these are actually even higher than what I have on this slide, to where in some instances we have 135 to 175% participation rate, depending on which particular index crediting option that you choose. And we're able to do this all with no fees. So again, that is what is tied to your account value. But as I reiterate before, the main focus is going to be benefit accumulation. And it's going to be linear in regards to what you have with our Vega contract is also what you have with our other fixed index annuities on our portfolio. And again, all at no fees. So this is where the rubber meets the road, in my opinion, because now with some of these benefit bonuses, we've actually increased that to 40% up to age 80. And as you can see here on our bonus contracts, we have a 7, 10, and a 14-year product. Anything above age 80, we're going to reduce that bonus down to 10%. But again, a great opportunity to now have 40% bonus crediting. That is a limited time option. We're probably going to push that out until the end of September. So if you have clients that might fit with this product, definitely take advantage of this bonus option. But then you also see what we talk about is the multiplier. So this multiplier, we are going to, depending on if you use our 7-year product or our 14-year product, we are going to give you 150% crediting all the way up to 200% crediting strategy or accumulation multiplier on what the credit rate is. And you'll see what I'm talking about here. And then even when you're starting to take income, we're adding multipliers to that contract as low as 150% all the way up to 200%. So to give you an idea of what I'm talking about as far as what that benefit rate will be tied to, it's going to be your account value times that multiplier. So in this instance, if you got 4% interest crediting, regardless if it was in deferral or payout, we're going to multiply that by 200% for our 14-year contract, so the client is getting 8 credited to their benefit rate and value. So pretty straightforward. And if any of you are like me, you like to visually see what I'm talking about. So this is an example of what the illustration and the product, the Vega product, can do for your clients. This gives you a 10-year history of some crediting strategies, and then also how that benefit rate applies. So in this instance, after the end of 10 years, it actually is 4.50. That averages out for this particular contract. Now, because we're in deferral, you're going to get a 200% multiplier. So that basically gives you a 9% benefit rate applied to your benefit value. And when you talk about now that we're offering that 40% bonus initially in year one, so that $100,000 example automatically gives you $140,000 in benefit value. At the end of that 10-year, the effective rate that you're actually getting is double-digit return. So you can see the power of the multiplier and these crediting strategies that you have through SILAC and this Vega product that can definitely make for a robust retirement option when it's the time of need for your client. Now, I'm going to transition over to our non-bonus contract. And the thing here that I want all of you to recognize is instead of us basically recapturing and putting money back in the company, we put more juice in the contract. So if you were to look at our non-bonus contract, you could see here that we've actually increased the multipliers on deferral. So instead of it being 200% for our Vega Bonus 14 product, it's now 300% for our Vega 14 product, and it goes down to 250%. So basically 100 basis points higher for a non-bonus contract to enhance the client's benefit value. The payout on our multipliers has stayed the same when you're ready to take income, but again, when you're accruing and trying to really get a robust benefit value, you can see now that you have 100 basis points higher crediting to go to the client's contract. And the rules are the same as with our bonus contract. In this instance, if it's 4%, now you're getting 12% because we're multiplying it by 300 for this particular contract on our Vega non-bonus policy 14-year. And this will give you a visual of what I'm talking about. And here we go. So in year one, we get 6.90%. And because we're in deferral, you're getting that 300%, and you're almost getting a 19% return as far as your benefit rate. And you can see how the benefit value has gone up by $18,000. And then subsequent year, subsequent year, you get 9.83, deferral, 300%, almost 30% as far as the benefit rate to your client's contract, and you can see how that benefit value has jumped up. Now, there are going to be times to where zero is going to be the hero, so you're never going to see a negative return on your statements because, again, we have no fees and we baseline it out as a 0% return, so that multiplier is still going to give you zero that particular year. But overall, when you start looking at the 10-year period of that effective rate and then putting that multiplier, you're getting double-digit returns, 16% to the client's benefit rate, and obviously that translates to a very robust benefit value, already 4 times what they started out with on their initial deposit. So to quickly go through how the benefit value can be accessed, we have the first one, increasing lifetime withdrawals. No surprise there. And then we have level lifetime withdrawals. So the level lifetime withdrawals are going to be a little bit higher at the start of the clients taking income than increasing. But as you know, there's going to be a crossover point on the increasing option to where it's going to outpace the level lifetime withdrawals. And then we have the wellness rider, wellness withdrawals available. You basically, the client can't do, if the client cannot do 2 out of 6 activities of daily living, then they have access to that. And we'll give you 5 times the, or excuse me, 2 times the benefit amount for 5 years to access a wellness withdrawal. So in that instance, if it was a $10,000 lifetime income withdrawal, we're going to give you double that amount for an individual, so they get $20,000 for the next 5 years, and then the contract will go back to that level income option or even increasing. So just keep that in mind, and it's 1.5 times for a husband and wife if they're going to do a joint contract. And then we have this accelerated withdrawal option, again, first of its kind that I'm aware of, and this gives the clients flexibility that if they want to get their money out up front over a set period of time, they're able to do that. So I will say all these particular options as far as income, you do not have to pick your income option at the time of taking application. You're able to pick that option when the client's ready to take income. So if that's increasing, level, or accelerated, I will point out though, whatever option they choose at the time of income, that's where they're going to get locked in. So if they started out and wanted to do level, that's a one-way road. They're going to have to stay with level. They did increasing, they're going to have to stay with increase, and accelerated, as I said, you're going to stay with accelerated. I do want to point out also that with the accelerated withdrawals, the wellness rider would not be available. With the level and increasing, it is. So just to keep that in mind. And then number 5, the enhanced death benefit, you'll see what I'm talking about here. It's going to give the beneficiaries an option as far as how they want to basically recoup or receive the benefit of this particular contract. And I'll show you this here in a couple slides. So just to give you an overview, the waiting period here on our 7 bonus or non-bonus contract, you're waiting 7 years to then where you can turn on the income. And then on our 10 and 14-year contracts, if you're doing the bonus or not, you can see there's a 10-year wait before you can turn on income. But wellness withdrawals are available. As I stated before, if you choose this option, then you would not be able to elect another income option after that point, in this case, accelerated withdrawals. But a nice feature, very familiar. I'm sure all of you are very familiar with that. And then this is also our withdrawal percentage that it's tied to. And as you can see here, it gives you a breakdown of if you're single or joint. The main point here is the longer you defer, the higher the income percentage amount is when you're ready to take income for level lifetime withdrawals. Here's another example of just looking at the contract, age 60, using 100,000 of premium. And at our Vega 14 contract, you defer for 10 years, and then at that particular point in time, the client can start taking income at 20,501 for lifetime, and it's locked in. So with increasing lifetime withdrawals, again, I'm sure all you are familiar with this, but this is going to start out a little bit lower, but it can increase with future interest credits, and you'll see what I'm talking about in the next couple of slides. It's going to be a little bit lower, as I indicated, but then it's definitely going to have that crossover point and be very strong and powerful as far as income. You still have access to the wellness withdrawals, as I indicated earlier, and you cannot elect the accelerated withdrawal option. Same multiplier applies on this for increasing as it did for our level lifetime withdrawals. You can see that in the multipliers. And then the withdrawal percentage, you can see that it's a little bit lower, basically 50 basis points lower than level, but as again, the longer you defer, the higher the income percentage that you'll see. And just to highlight, if the client were age 60 and single, it'd be a 3.50 withdrawal percentage rate. And then you can see how that applies here. You got a 4.4, and you're going to get that multiplier on the Vega 14. That's going to be 300%. So the benefit rate is 13% applied to the benefit value. The subsequent year, when you're ready to take income at this particular point in time, it's 18,451, and now you're getting a 200% multiplier because you're taking income at that 4% withdrawal percentage. And so that applies to 11.45 to your benefit rate. And as you can see here, your benefit value's even gone up when you're taking income. And then you even have a step up for the subsequent year to increase that income based off it being 9.29 and the benefit rate being 18.58%. So a great story to tell if clients are concerned about inflation or the performance in the market. This is a great opportunity to use our increasing withdrawal option and have it be lifetime as far as projected benefits. And this just goes and show you again, 0 of 0, your income option is going to stay the same. It's not going to go lower, so that's locked in. And then the overall performance in subsequent years, you can see that the 27,702 as far as lifetime withdrawal income has stayed, even though the benefit value has gotten lower because of the withdrawal options. And I kind of talked about this before, but here it is so you can visually see it. You have the wellness withdrawals available to you if the client cannot do 2 out of 6 activities of daily living. And that option, regardless if it's lifetime withdrawal or increasing, you have that for 5 years. You can see here, single benefit period, withdrawal options to double that amount, and then 1.5 times if it's joint. And then quickly, just to touch on accelerated withdrawals, this is an option to where you can elect it at the time of need, but it allows the client to basically, if they don't need a lifetime income, they can look at this contract and pull out their money over a set period of time. So it provides flexibility, especially if they have other assets they're going to use for retirement. And here's the waiting period for that. So as you can see, for our 7 and 10 year and even 14-year contracts, the waiting period is set there, and then you can get that payment period for 10 years on our non-bonus contract. If you're doing our bonus contract, you're going to basically get that income out over a 15-year period instead of 10 years. So here's a quick example of that. As you can see, accelerated withdrawal option, and when in the top right-hand corner, you see that benefit value at $410,000. And since we're using our non-bonus contract for a client age 60, they're able to take that $41,003 over a 10-year period. So again, provides flexibility, especially if they don't need lifetime income. Now, let's say that they basically didn't use all of the benefit value. You have what we call our enhanced death benefit. And again, this provides flexibility and options. And you'll see here, as I show you on this next slide, to where the clients can either take a lump sum or have that benefit value paid out equally over periodic payments of 5 years. So in this instance, we're in year 16 and the client were to pass away, the account value they can take as a lump sum, which is $77,382, or they can take that $173,048 over a 5-year period. And as you can see, that breaks down to $34,609. So again, some optionality and flexibility that I've been, obviously pressing it throughout this particular presentation. That's what this Vega contract provides, and that's what SILAC provides with our fixed indexed annuity portfolio. You also have these other liquidity options. Again, it's RMD friendly. As I stated earlier, you have 5% account value year 2 plus, and then you have those additional benefits if you're looking for home health care, nursing care, or terminal illness. And if for whatever reason you decided to annuitize the contract for our 7 and 10 year contract, you wait for 5 and you can have the income paid out for 5. And then our 14 year, you wait for 10 and then you can annuitize it for 5 years. All pretty straightforward. As I was stating earlier, with our enhanced death benefit option, it's a great wealth transfer play. You can take the lump sum or the benefit value over 5 years. And we also allow for special continuation as long as accelerated withdrawals have not been elected. Now, one people typically ask me is like, how are you guys doing this without any fees? Well, here's part of it right here. You can see our withdrawal charges are a little bit longer and higher, and we have an interest recovery. So as long as the client stays in the contract for the set period of time, obviously these rules don't apply, but if they try to get out of the contract early, then that's when they're going to get hit. And you can see these particular percentages on our withdrawal charge if you were to leave early. And here are the rules if you chose our bonus contract. So I'll just quickly go through our state approvals. Here are the states that we just approved most recently in May of this year, Texas being one of the bigger ones for our state, and North Carolina. You'll see here in blue, those are the states we're approved on. The light blue is where we just introduced new states. And then obviously gray is where we are working to try to get that approved, but have not had that approved just yet. And this is the approval for our 14-year contract. The other slide was for our 7 and 10 year. And you can see the states where we're approved for Vega and then the ones we just introduced. Now, if you're interested, we have our microsite that gives you all our tools and resources, and that is at your fingertips through our portal. I will also show you some other tools and resources that if you're looking to grow your business in the fixed index annuity, obviously SILAC would like to help partner with IMES to give you the resources that you need to obviously close a deal with your clients and put them in a great position as far as retirement. These are some of the resources that we have here, not only on our microsite, but obviously on our website and our portal, and it highlights all our particular products and then how those particular features within those products work. And that is our website for our microsite, silacins.com. You can see that there. We also put an educational site. Since Annuity Awareness was last month, we have some of this promotional information still on our education site, Annuity 101, as well as some other features and information about annuities as in general. That's the site for our education piece if you're interested in that. And then to close out, we have some incentive trips. So not only do you get great options and resources through IMES, as well as resourceful trips, not only to relax, but obviously interact with other agents and network. We are doing that as well in 2023. Here's our qualifications for any business submitted January 1 of this year all the way till the end of 12/31 of 2022. If any of you on this call have not done business with us before, don't worry, we have now actually increased our rewards trip credits by double, so you can actually catch up, if you will, and this is something that you were looking to do or attend. The minimum qualification amount is $5 million in premium, and 100% credit goes to fixed indexed annuities, and then we give 50% credits to our MIGA platform. So that is also at your fingertips. Top 60 producers qualify. But in addition to that, we have also introduced a commission bonus program that we just started last week. And this is the criteria. So not only, and you can work with IMES to figure out where you stand within the organization, your payout structure, but we're adding some additional comp to it. So anything where, and it's cumulative. So any amount 300,000 to 599,000, we're giving you a half a point additional compensation. And then anything above 600,000, we're giving you a full point. It is cumulative and it pays out at the end of every month. One thing I did not disclose earlier is that we do allow for additional premiums for 12 months within the first year. So if our minimum premium for all of our contracts is $10,000, let's say you put in $10,000 and then the client wanted to deposit more money before that 12-month period, well, then you can do that. The minimum amount is $2,000 and we can all $2,000 and we can go up to $1 million plus depending on the situation. So you have that at your fingertips. And then also in regards to our income riders, you do have the flexibility to turn those income options on and off, but the withdrawal percentage rate is going to be locked in whenever you start the income. So another feature, great trips, great resources through IMES and SILAC. And now we're paying extra money to say, thank you for the business. And we want to help support you and your clients by, again, paying more money out on the product. So that is all I had for today. I do appreciate your time. This again is the details on that. If you have any other questions, please follow up with Brady and everyone else within the IMES network. And we appreciate your business. Brady, I don't know if you had any closing remarks, but if you did, I want to obviously kick that back over to you.
Yeah, certainly, Andre. Thank you for the material as well as your time this morning. You know, SILAC, great carrier to work with, possibly and frankly, probably the fastest growing FIA provider in the space. And with everything Andre said, you know, if you want more information pertaining to SILAC, please feel free to indicate such. We can certainly get that off to you. Leave this open for a little bit. Again, if you are interested in getting that information, feel free, indicate yes. All right. Thank you, everyone, again. And with that said, Andre, once again, thank you for your time. Hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Thanks, Brady.